This film is so perfectly shocking in so many ways. I absolutely loved it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But what I found to be so incredibly cool is that, it's really a love story between two best girlfriends.
Truly.
And how through their love and loyalty for each other, they find the strength to survive, which I found to be so cool. Um, Jojo, Molly isn't the stereotypical best friend that we've seen on screen.
Hmm.
Breaks tropes. She's the hero. Well,
Yeah.
Molly and Noah are each other's heroes. Um, I would just love to know how refreshing it was for you when you read this script and to work on this project that prioritized the love between these two characters.
I really related to it. I love the way Lauren, when I originally read the script, I love the way Lauren wrote the characters to have this kind of deep platonic commitment to each other, to, literally put their lives on the line multiple times to, make sure we leave here together, type of thing. And I have friendship like that in real life. I have several friends from college that I don't know if I would die for all of them, but, but I got mad love, and I would, definitely do what I could do. But I definitely have a best friend, two best friends that I would go out of my way for in that way and, want to save and do anything possible that I could do. So I related to Molly in that way, and it didn't feel weird to me. Honestly, it's weird to me when I meet women who are like, I don't like women. I don't have female friends. I'm like, bitch, it's you. It's you. It's you.
Oh my gosh, like Allie. And that's what happens when you're not nice to other women. You get your ass
Hmm.
literally kicked.
Hmm.
Not to give any spoilers away, but Mimi, as a filmmaker, why was it important for you to explore the power of female friendships, especially in a genre where we haven't seen it? Well, we don't usually get it portrayed like this, especially in the beautifully complex way you've done here.
It's funny because I generally am a little bit like turned off by movies that have messages about female empowerment. Not that I'm against it, but more just I'm a filmmaker first, and I try to sort of like make sure that's apparent and not my sex.
Yeah.
Um, but when I read the script, it was truly an experience where at the end I was like really, really rooting for them in a way that I haven't felt, and it cut through to even skeptics like me. And I have amazing girlfriends in my life too that I consider my family, and I think that's more and more common with a lot of women who live in big cities and maybe are away from their families. You kind of have your chosen family, and so it ends up being the people you really rely on through tough times. Yeah, so I actually like I was sort of like sold by the script in a way because I was like, okay, this version I like, this version I get, and the ending is so earned, and that's what I really loved about it.
And it's not on the nose. I think it's just the way that you've created a world that is, even though some outlandish things are happening, it's so grounded. It's funny and but it's grounded, and it's very, the love between them is so authentic and true. And I think that yeah, it's just so beautifully done. I was just shocked, like going into this film, how touched I would feel about these, about the love between these two characters. And it was such
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
wonderful surprise. Um, all right, so this is questions for both of you. Men often describe women as pieces of meat. Uh,
That's
how
so
does
true.
the film explore objectification by reducing a woman to consumable parts?
I think there's so many different answers for that and different ways you can go in. And so, we could do a full sort of like lecture series on that. Um,
Truly.
but I think that, I think for me, it's like, it was that feeling of like disposability,
Mm.
especially when you do make a connection with someone And sometimes when that doesn't work out for whatever reason, or maybe there's toxicity in the relationship, that there's this feeling of being disposable. And even as women age, that feeling of, oh, I'm going to go find someone younger, someone newer, someone fresher. And I think all of those themes were in all of our heads as we were sort of making this and knowing the sort of weight of that.
Yeah, beautifully said. What about you, Jojo?
I think it's something that it should be spoken to, because oftentimes, like growing up, I was taught to carry myself a certain way. Don't wear this. Don't, be in this circumstance or this situation. And it's just like, well, women aren't the problem. Women aren't the ones causing the problem. So why are we the ones with the homework assignment? We should, yeah, like it should be placed on the problem, which is, people, and it could be male, female, other, whatever, who feel as though they have an ownership over someone else's body or their
Spirit.
yeah, all those things. And so I think for me growing up, like I had a mother who was very strong and very like a leader and knew who she was. And so I've never seen my womanhood or femininity as a weakness. And I don't think any woman should. I know men that are 5'4". They don't. I'm not a real man. I'm a little man. They still are men. They're still like, if I run across a guy that's 6'2" that has a problem, hey, I got to deal with it. And it's like men figure out ways to take care of themselves, and they don't think of themselves as less just because
Yeah.
there are certain ways. So I just feel like, this was a great. When I read the script, I was like, I love that these women are taking ownership for their safety in terms of like being like, we're gonna fight back and
Yeah.
we want to live. So if that means you gotta die, it is what it is.
Absolutely. And I think too,
Gotta go.
Okay, you gotta go.
gotta do it. Yeah, there's no hesitation. It's just like survival mode and fix in. And I also loved how, the sexism is done in this film also in such subtle ways. You get you get the Chads of the world, and then you get it's so complex and beautifully done. So congratulations to both of you.